Hi, my name is Mirko and I'm here in Sardinia. I just drove for about 10 kilometers on a very old road full of holes and then another 2 kilometers on a dirt road. And what we find here, a very, very nicely preserved giant's grave in the middle of nowhere. There's actually a railway road just behind. They probably went around it because they cannot destroy these old remains. But this is a very nicely preserved giant's grave, which allows us to understand what the shape of these are. Most of them are actually broken down. I recall that there are 800 about on the island of Sardinia of this giant's grave. And you see there are two wings on the side. They're slightly curved. These is made of really big blocks. And then there's an entrance, which we will go in a short while. And on the outside, there's basically the chamber where you can go in from the main entrance. So I remind also that Giant's Grave is just the traditional Sardinian name for these buildings. It doesn't necessarily mean that they were graves of the giants. It's just that they have this room inside, which is usually very big for a normal human. And so, I don't know, according to which tradition they came to be known as giants' graves. Anyway, there are not many in this state of preservation. This one is really, really nicely preserved. And just to give you a sense of scale, now I ask Deborah to go close to one of the stones. Deborah, vieni una volta vicino alle pietre. So you see, ma tipo quella lì che è gigante? Sì. You see, it's not small stones, it's quite big. And it's really not easy, as usual on this island, to fathom the reason for building such a structure. And I also recall that, according to official archaeology, these were made by the Nuragic people just a little bit before, and were just mass graves. And but again, these Nuragic people were supposed to be just peasants, so shepherds and stuff like that. And they still took the big issue of moving such huge blocks of stone to build a mass grave or whatever else it was. And they were shepherds, I recall. So, well, a lot of questions again. Not a few, not many answers, and 800 of these on the island means that there were really a lot of people that needed a grave, a mass grave, well, whatever. This is a beautiful lintel. It's about 1 meter 20 wide by 50 centimeters high in the highest position. This block is certainly more than 1 meter 50 wide and 60-70 meters high, and we can also see the depth. So yeah, the depth is maybe 50-60 centimeters. This one is also a big one, about 1 meter high by 1 meter deep and maybe 50 centimeters wide. So these are all blocks of about a ton or more. And this is basalt, this porous basalt that you have here in Sardinia. I can show you here, you can see it very well. It's full of small little holes, or here also. So it's heavy, maybe not the heaviest stone that you have, but usually these type of stones have a weight of about 2.5 tons per cubic meter up to 3.5, but I'm not sure this one exactly how much, but usually not less than 2.5, 2.3 or something. Okay, I'll go in because I have to crawl on my knees, so I'll show you once I'm inside. Okay, Deborah is entering the giant's grave. It's about 60 centimeters high by 50 centimeters wide. And now I'll go in, I pass her the camera and she will film me as I come in. That's very narrow. Okay. Could get in. Okay. Thank you, Deborah. Okay, I'm inside. We are inside the giant's grave. It's here I can almost stand. It's about 1.80 meters. But here it's even tall, higher. I can completely stand, so it's more than 2 meters, maybe 2.20. You see there are big slabs on the roof covering the roof. It's quite cramped, I would say. It's not even a meter wide. You can see it turn around. You can see Deborah is crawling on the ground, and that's the entrance where we came in. But anyway, I'd guess it's about 4 to 5 meters long. So that's probably the reason why they, allegedly, some people say they call them Giant's Grave for this reason. Deborah is noticing this boulder on the side, which is certainly 2 meters long by over 1 meter high. It's really, really big. This is probably more than 2 tons, maybe even 3 tons. So, yeah, a very nice place, and I believe one of the bestly preserved that we've seen so far. I've seen a few others in these conditions, but yeah, this is one even better, I believe. And yeah, tons and tons of stone. Okay, one last consideration about this giant's grave. There are obviously horses around here, probably from the shepherds, and they seem to like to stay here, because you see on the ground it's all stepped over. Not many people come here because it's really about 30 to 40 minutes drive on a very bad road, and then another 2 minutes walk. But this is stepped here. I can even see the hooves of the horses here. So they apparently like this place. Probably when it's windy they have a little bit of protection. They can be sheltered by this place, and maybe smaller animals will go inside because a horse won't fit in that door. But anyway, yeah, I'm really glad I came here. It's a really nice place, and I always feel well when I get to these places, especially when there's nobody around. That is what I like. Thanks for watching.